So what's up? This is Gamma Gab here, and I am making a video about two people who I love very much. They are awesome and they are hilarious, and they are like one of the best couples on YouTube. I love them a lot, but on this video, I felt kind of uncomfortable finishing the video, and when I watched it, I genuinely thought about disliking it. It just didn't feel good. So I'm gonna just run a few of the quick points that I did not like, and after I watched it, I was like, you know what? I got Bandicam. I have a mic. And we'll just talk about it for a few minutes. So I watched two other people play Little Nightmares 2, the demo. John Wolf and 8-Bit Ryan. Both people loved the first game. Both people loved the DLC, I believe, and the demo for Little Nightmares 2. John especially is known for being harshly critical. You know, that was his old channel name. And he loved it. He thought it was awesome. You know, he had a lot of fun playing it. And that's really hard to see for John because he is very critical of games. But granted, he plays a lot of bad horror games. But he has consistently loved Little Nightmares in the series that it has spawned. And 8-Bit Brian, he loved it. Like, he puts in memes and stuff and sound effects and things. But his is also very enjoyable. And I like it. I saw GTLive, Matt and Steph were playing it too, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. I get a 3 for 3, you know? I get to watch all my favorite people play this game. And I clicked on it, and I read the comments before I watched the video. So maybe that's why I'm kind of skewed. But the comments were like, dude, this ain't it, Chief. And I was like, how bad was it? And I was like, it probably wasn't that bad. But then every comment said that. And I said, okay, well, what in the world? So anyways, they stopped playing the game. And I think in the very beginning, you know, they're talking about life or whatever, you know. And the thing is, I like their like banter in the beginning. It's very like it loosens you up and it's very not nice and chill. And right in the beginning, he starts off and it's like, dude, I've always loved the design. It always looks really nice. The atmosphere is really cool. And I'm like, nice start. You like to see it. He runs around exploring. And at this point, I would maybe exploring too. You know, you always explore everything, and that's fine. So he looks at the controls. He's going around a bit and, you know, sees the hats. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move forward. So then he finally comes through the door. They see all the mannequin parts. And then this infamous scene happens. Okay. So in this game, you have an AI. And the AI will, if you come to like an area, it'll be like, okay, let me help you here. And in this section, the AI is 6, who was the OG main character of the first game. And she will come up and help you throughout, you know, some puzzles. And here, you probably can't see it, but she's there. And she is kind of bending down and putting her hands down to boost up you over the door. So, at first, I thought maybe this webcam is blocking them so they can't see her doing it. They just see her standing there. I believe that this webcam was added post. And they have a full clear screen to see. We see this. They do not. So they should be able to obviously see what's happening here. So it goes on. They don't see it. They are running around. The thing is, it's not too bad because they're having a pretty cool conversation about whatever. I forget what. But then he comes back over here, and she gets back in the spot. She does. You can see her hat right here. She's bending down, ready to hoist him over. And he's like, nope, I don't see that. I'm blind. Then she comes over there again while they're running around and still tries to hoist him up. And she's standing there, and they don't see it. And the thing is people are like, dude, people may mess up in games. They miss that. That's okay. But here's the thing. Let me actually get there. So she comes there.
You know, jump through.
She gets there again. And you can see her, you know, ready to hoist him over, and boost him over. So when he goes back, he runs around. He grabs the life alert thing. I don't know what it's called in the hospitals. I'm an idiot. But they grab that to think that they have to break the window. They come back around. They're running around. And oh yeah, they're gonna get there. So then they're right here.
Trolls about like doing
maybe
anything.
go to the door, call her over.
Yeah, I think that maybe she'll just know what to do. Yup.
Oh, there it is. She's crouching down for you to like hop into her hand.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, hold up. Sorry, this is a moment. We probably cut a lot of us fumbling around through this.
Oof.
That is not clear. One,
It's a bit hard to tell.
It's
Her
not.
gesture is like a little bit hard to tell, and there's no like.
There's call, but there's no like interact or call partner. Like it's unclear.
That was a tough one.
And also there was no visual indication that that's just very unclear game design. And we both
Very unclear game design. You hate to see it because I thought it was pretty obvious when the 6 were standing there.
And we both thought, we're like, she should do something.
And she did. Several times. I looked at, I think it was 3 or 4 times she did.
Yeah.
But at no point did the game ever indicate to us, it's like, oh, you can now interact with her in a way that you haven't been able
like
to
an
before.
They did though.
up arrow along the door would teach you that like, you have to figure out.
Now, I think that's just Steph being Steph, and I love her. But an
Figure out a
arrow,
way to hoist yourself over.
Right?
Maybe
like an arrow's like those are some Mario Kart directions. Like, bro, no, that's a yeet. It's a no for me.
be like get you to pay more attention.
Because it's 1, she has to go into position. It's 2, you then have to press R to grab her.
Yeah.
Like it's just an unclear series of events that didn't have any solid like visual cues.
It did have several solid visuals.
It was a very simple puzzle.
It wasn't even a puzzle, honestly. You just let her
To
go up
begin
there.
with. Like we were saying, like there's like why this thing can I pick up, but all the other things I can't, you know?
I don't know if when he picked it up, you can kind of see her smile a bit because she's like, "What the freak is he holding?" And then she laughs about it later. But yeah, he talks about it a bit more, and I'm just like, dude, that kind of sucks a bit. It would be okay if maybe if he said, you know what, that sucked. But the thing is they're currently recording, and as far as they know, they never saw anything. But come on, man. They showed 3 times. She was there 3 different times. If anybody was miss it, the audience would miss it. But we've most likely seen other people play it. And honestly, even if we don't, we see her at the door like, wait, what is she doing there? So then they go on. Going on. They're running around. I'm not going through every piece, just a few of the prominent things that happen.
Sprinty. There we go. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that one happens too. So then he dies.
Sprint.
Then she's like, wait, there's a sprint.
Well, you have to sprint. Use your sprint button. There's a sprint button. Remember?
Is there?
It's not crouch, it's sprint.
And then she's like, not crouch, you idiot. But I'm joking. But she's like, not crouch. You know.
Yes, there's a sprint. Just
sure?
go. Yes.
What is
We've
it?
opened the controls like 8 times.
And yet you can't tell
It's
me
like,
what it
why?
is.
And yet you can't tell me what it is. My guy, it's not that serious.
Or something. Just you didn't even know that it existed. Look, it's
Right.
X.
Well,
Yeah, I'm trying to help you.
You've opened it so many.
Jeez. Okay.
And even she's like, bro, what are you on about? Why are you so aggro about it? You know, that is a very perfect form right there. That man is going places. But yeah, man, it was just kind of, and then you see him he's kind of shrunk down, shoulders down. He's just kind of like playing, you know. He's just kind of like whatever.
Still very
Man, that's
fast.
really cool.
And then he's like, he's still very fast, you know. And then stuff's like, yeah, you have to run.
Is it coming? It might be coming.
It might be coming. So be it.
Maybe not.
Finish me off. A hand. Just put me out of my misery. Just done.
Right?
We're donesies.
Yeah.
Good job, Sprint.
Thanks. I'm just a pro gamer. That's all.
It's very unclear.
It's very unclear. Hello. The thing is, if he had just said, hey, good job, Sprint to Steph, that would have been enough. But my man said it's very unclear.
That was a very unclear tutorial.
It wasn't, though.
Here's the mechanics.
Also,
kind of.
how many of these like limb lab?
It's not, though. Like, the thing is those settings, those controls are easily seen. And y'all saw them several times in the beginning. And if he had just said on his own, thanks, Steph, I missed that. That was on me. That's okay. That's whatever. He high-fived her, okay. But then he's like, then it's like, it's unclear. So this is like the second time, along probably a few other tiny times where he talks about the game design. And then here he talks about it here.
Previous room that you were allowed to crouch under. And so it's just, from a teaching me the gameplay standpoint, there's a lot, like, you're putting me in very crowded rooms where a can I was able to pick up, but none of these
It's just, you just have to understand that it is a video game. There's some things that if you can't pick it up, you don't use it. That's just what it is. And these things where it's very crowded rooms. Yes, it probably can be, but it adds to the atmosphere. And I guess I can see where it can confuse him. But y'all played the first game, and some of those rooms are pretty stacked with things that you just did not use, but they were there for atmosphere's sake and to show you, what could be possibly coming or not coming. So he talks about that there. He gets here, climbs over here. I think he runs from the hand.
It's a pretty visual, like, from a visual standpoint, it's a crowded room. And so a grate that you can climb up like a ladder kind of blends in with all the other visual mess.
Mm-hmm.
That grate from before was extremely bright and had a lot of light on it. I think he talks about it some more. I'm not doing everything, just the main things. So, all right. So he gets here, and this is one of the other things that people were like iffy about. He actually stands here. Oh my god.
Trying to push. I'm like, let me hop onto it so I can jump over this thing.
Yeah.
No,
he's
you're
waiting
supposed to
for
push
you.
it.
It's like Hand in the Addams Family.
A thing.
And so he's, he talks about it a bit more. And here, obviously he fights the hand. I think when he actually kills it, it's kind of funny because he's like beats it over the head over and over again. It looks kind of funny sped up. But then he drags it out, does this, comes across, and he thinks he has to grab 6 to get help, which is possible. I guess I can kind of see that.
A useful tool to bring along, but I don't know.
He thinks he has to bring a hammer, but he can't.
So did you activate this hand?
And then, he's trying other things. He goes all the way back to the main thing, and he runs back, and then he runs, and he's like, oh, wait.
There it is.
And then I think the person, I don't know if I said he or she. I don't know what the person is in the background, so I'll just say they, because I don't know if it's a man or a woman or anyone in between.
Oh, around the table?
Yeah.
And then, yeah. The person in the back is like, well, what that other thing?
Is it one of these shards by the door?
No, like further to the right.
Oh, around the
Further
table?
to the right.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh, yeah,
This?
obviously. Why would you have us fight the boss battle before any... Again, order of events is very strange in this game right now.
Why? I don't understand. And why is that different? That's not that different.
Do you see how bright this thing is? It's a lighthouse, and it's on the desk that is mad litty. And he said the order of events is out, and it's kind of weird, and it's just like, I don't know about that. Like, my guy, do you want to grab that thing and while the hand is chasing you? That would be a lot harder than how it is now. It's a lot easier. The reason you're able to even get this now is because you killed the spider. And you can use the hammer to open the window, but remember, you need to use the hole from before. And the thing is there's a guy named Rad Brad, and he misses a lot of stuff, but I love him because he is super wholesome. He's awesome. And he's even acknowledged that he's a dude, guys, I miss stuff. And everybody loves him for it. The thing here is that Matt does the same thing, but he will blame the game for it. And that's kind of frustrating when everybody who's watching knows actually that, no, it wasn't game design. You kill the boss, then you grab whatever you need off the brightly lit desk and the brightly lit capsule.
Different looking from everything else. It's not even a different color than all of the other mannequin parts.
Well,
Come
also,
on.
if I'm not allowed to... So, again, if I'm not allowed to carry the hammer through, you would think that it's... Okay.
If you can't bring the hammer through, you need to bring something else through, that capsule, I think the thing is that there are probably other things peppered through here where he's like iffy about. Now, I will say here, he actually does...
Launch me through here. Here, launch me through here.
And he realizes, oh, wait,
Okay.
I need
Here,
her
look,
to
here
do
she
it.
is, look.
Okay,
Look,
maybe
she's in position.
yeah, maybe that's how you come out the other end. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
See? We learn. We're learning.
We're learning.
We're learning that she can
so
do
much.
things.
Okay, can you pull that?
And then, the thing is, he said we're learning that she can do, and that's a normal thing to learn is while you're playing a game, you learn things. How long is it? I want this to be too long. He's like, you actually learn and understand things, and you get it while you're playing, and that's fine. It's just, I would retract the statement of, oh, that was bad game design, to me just learning how 6 works. It's a part of the game. Even when 6 is standing there waiting for you to do it. But there, he learned what he got, and he used it here, and I'm very proud of him for that. I do not mean to make him sound like he's 10 years old. It just came out like that. My bad.
Not particularly.
Maybe it did
Just
something
so
back
then
in the
this
hall.
part-
made the
comes.
lights. Okay. Oh, are you gonna chase after that sound? Are you just sound based?
So he thinks he's sound based. That's not too bad to understand. Honestly, whenever it happened, I assumed it was sound based too until I saw I was like, oh wait, the lights. Duh, it's lights. You know.
Yes, to
How to aim the flashlight? Oh, it stops him.
Oh. Okay, well. Stop.
I think you're gonna have to draw him away a little bit more, then stop him,
Sure.
and then run through.
Hey, at least they told me what the mechanic was.
Right?
Another one of the things is I think he says later that he would like, some guidance. And there is some guidance. 6, I keep bringing it up. 6 was at the door. Here, they tease the fact that the only reason this thing starts moving is because the light flickers. Up until then, it does not move until you switch off that light. I think he said something here. Let me see.
Okay, so now it's
Light.
the fact that okay, there now it's dark. See, the fact that I get what they're doing for atmosphere, but again, it's one of those things where because that light took so long.
Because the light took so long. It took so long to show you what the mechanic was. The first time it happened, it's a tease, and it's understandable to die. But he makes it also comes around to, I can get it for atmosphere, but, the game design is kind of oof, So he comes around. I think he may have talked about some things here. They had the jump scare.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Oh man, enemy management. Great.
I love Steph so much.
Hey.
And then, they go through. I guess he dies again.
Maybe you sprint all the way through and then turn.
Yeah, and then, they're actually starting to form strategies here, which is not too bad. It's cool. He gets got again. Dies a lot. I can probably see him saying some stuff here. Probably so. I'm trying to think of what else it was. That was a cool jump scare. Yada. Oh, wait. Was this the one? No. Okay, he gets through there. The shower one is one where that one I can actually kind of see, possibly. So he gets through it, and he's like, what are we supposed to do? What is supposed to happen here? Now, I think even John and 8-Bit showed a bit of, what the heck do you do here? How do you move this? And then eventually you figure, oh, wait, it's light-based. I need this wheelchair. The only way for this monster to move is if the light turns off, and I can turn the lights off in the other room, and you learn that, you get used to that. And the thing is trial and error is a real thing, and I think he just had to understand that, because he did a lot of trial and error, and that's okay. Just game design wasn't the problem.
Was that box always there?
And then he sees the other room, he's like, oh, that's disgusting, that's nasty or whatever, and goes through, finally does it, and then I think he drags it over here. He finally is able to
Okay.
There you go.
We got this. We've got
Doing so well. This is amazing.
got this.
5 hours later. At least it wasn't making the floor slippery with soap.
Yeah, 5 hours later, it was just basically saying, wow, that took a while. Like, that took a minute. He gets here. I don't know what else he says here. Honestly, I'm just skipping through once again. Comes through, does it, and then he puts everything in.
And number 2. There we go. So now we can use this. All right. So.
I want to like it so much. It's just that some of the puzzles are a little non-intuitive, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's one of those things that like if it's just this like level design at the beginning here. I want the first Little Nightmares is great.
It's so good.
It's fantastic.
And so I want this one to be just as good.
And
as
I
the
want
thing.
this one to be very good.
The bar was high also.
Bar's high.
Yeah. All right.
So far, early signs are that like the puzzle design just isn't quite there.
Maybe
yet.
they got the message from other people playing. Maybe.
No. And once again, I'm biased. I've only seen 2 other people play it. 2 other people I've seen play it very much enjoyed it, and I don't think they saw any flaws with it. Even in that problem at the very end, they were like, "Dude, that was kind of crazy." It was fine. You know?
Maybe. So anyway,
The shower part.
And the thing is, and to be fair, we approach games from a different standpoint, right? We have to perform games. That is our job. Like, really. Like, we can't upload sorry about that. Because we don't upload a lot of cuts in our things, we present games as we play them for the most part, especially when this was live, right? The difference is, if you're just solving games, and if you're a puzzle-based game and you're just like, solve, that's not gameplay.
Yeah.
So there is something to be said for like being stuck and having to figure it out. So for us, when we're like, we are stuck, you get to see the warts and all of that.
Yeah.
Which isn't exciting for you and makes us look bad, but in general,
it does.
But that's how you're.
And the thing is, I don't think so much is bad. It's just, it's an unawareness. I don't know. I'm gonna say ignorance. It's just, and I think he's talking about it here. It's just, you have to know when to separate between developer error and player error. You know, game design and, you know, user error. You know, it's like, no, this isn't the game's fault. It's your fault. You know, but let him speak.
You're supposed to play but that's the game, right?
That's the game.
And so I'm conflicted because on one hand, it's like I want the game to be challenging, like you want it to be hard to solve.
Sure.
But you also want it to make sense to solve.
Yeah.
And I think that's the trick right now. Is a lot of the game design decisions are not, especially for if this is the opening of the game, which it seems to be, it's not intuitive from the beginning, and I don't know if that solves itself later on.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about this one.
Okay. Well,
on the fence.
Are we gonna be back to finish it? Finish the demo?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oof. Maybe not until the game.
She's like, okay, I'm not gonna fight it.
Because I don't think at this point it makes sense for like we're having to stop it in a weird middle ground.
I think there's more Little Nightmares in our future, just not this demo.
Yeah, more in the future. But I think as far as we'll wait till the final thing comes out.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
And we'll definitely play that.
All
okay. All right. Good. On to something else.
Yeah.
Maybe something else spoopy. That'll be fun.
Maybe.
See you guys next time. And remember, that was just a video where we were live and on the couch and hanging out with you. And that was really nice. See you guys. Bye.
Steph is best girl. So, you know, his final thoughts are he's very mixed. He sounds like he really wants to like the game, and he liked the first one. But he says the game design, the puzzles, he's like, man, this ain't it, Chief. When everything that happened, you had all the tools in the game. Like, there's never a time whenever the game's like, you don't, it's just, as I was saying before, he's like, I'm gonna be real. They sound like they want to love the game and they want to play it and they want to have a lot of fun. But you have to understand the difference. And the thing is they're human. They make mistakes. I get that. It's just, you have to know when it's a game design, problem and a user error problem, because it's just the simplest part was with Six. Six was standing there waiting, and he would say that, and to his viewers, though most of the comments were like, I don't know about that one. Most of the comments are like, no, wasn't really game design. It's kind of on you. Dear devs, this demo makes way more sense than Matt and Steph make it out to. Don't worry about things being unclear. It has all actually made perfect sense and was super unnerving. Can't wait for the full game. I think what would help is if he made a comment that said, hey guys, we watched it back. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hard on it and I was kind of saying it was game design stuff. There doesn't have to be an I'm sorry, but an acknowledgement of, I think there were a few criticisms that I had that were legit, but a few that I can see is that, yes, it wasn't all game design. Some of the things were on me, and I would acknowledge that. I can see from the feedback. People love when you respond to their responses. It shows that you care. It shows that you are there. And we have a channel, and we're not very big, but I know anytime we have a comment, criticisms or not, we're going to respond to them, and we're going to say, I read the comments, I'm listening, I'm here, let's talk about it. I highly doubt they'll make a video or even a tweet about it. I think a pinned comment would do the job well, because anybody else who comes back or sees it is like, oh, they did that. They acknowledge it, when a lot of the time, and maybe he'll watch it back and still be like, you know what? That was kind of a yeet. I can understand where that came from, and apparently, and that's what I was saying. It was like he was saying was the tutorial thing about, but it sounds like they should have known, or maybe they didn't, that this was not a tutorial. This was a demo, and some demos started at the beginning of a game. This demo did not, But either way, you have the controls for it. And then seriously, using the yellow-headed character was unclear. Only saw them crouch behind your face cam and got the message, dude. Seriously, kind of disappointed. And I don't want to go on a whole you guys are trash, but I think acknowledging that would be great, because I really wanted to talk about it, because I was like, that kind of sucked. Not okay. Sucked sounds kind of rough, but I genuinely disliked the video. And the thing is, I will be the first one to watch when the Nightmares 2 comes out. I just hope you have more of an open mind and you realize that, okay, it's not so much the game design. And the thing is, I'm not saying that you mince words, that you say, oh, it was a perfect game because I got a demo from the devs themselves. No, you be honest and you be critical. And I think in that moment, he was like, you know what? I think I'm pretty justified. But I hope that he can watch it later and be like, okay, I think I need to address this. Or maybe he won't. They post tons of videos every day, tons of views. Maybe they won't even care about it. But I think that these kind of videos aren't forgotten. I say that and I can't remember other times when he's done this. But there have been a couple times where he's gotten frustrated and he's, gotten a bit snappy. I think the one part that stood out to me also was when Steph was like, dude, you have a run button. He's like, what are you talking about? And he kind of dismisses her. And she's like, check your settings. And he's like, well, what is it? And she said, well, I don't know. And she said, when he was like, well, how can you even know if there's even one if you don't tell me now? And she was like, geez, man, it's okay. It's all right. And I can kind of get that the ego kind of comes in. But I think being retrospective, is that the word? Introspective? I don't know. It's being able to look at you in the future and be like, okay, that wasn't great. Let me post a comment about it. If that was me, I would have posted a comment about it after the first 100 comments and be like, okay, I get this. I can understand. Because maybe in the moment he felt justified, because he sounded very justified. And then at the end, where he did it didn't finish the demo. If I was Steph, I would have pushed a bit harder to be like, because maybe she didn't know how much was left. Because some of the demos are like 3 hours. Like some are kind of thick. But if no one knew the length, and I can understand that, let's go ahead and stop it. Because I don't know how much longer it could be. It could be a thick one. But I wish somebody would have been in there to say, dude, there's only like 3 more minutes left in this demo. You're pretty much done. There's a nice ending teaser scene for one of the monsters that you will encounter. And a nice end, thanks for playing thing at the end. And it kind of sucks that you didn't get to see it. I can understand. Because maybe he didn't know. But if it's a demo that you got for free, I'm going to play the whole thing. But that's up to them. But it did kind of suck. And I felt kind of uncomfortable and I kind of cringed a bit. I kind of oof. But overall, though, these people, let me find a nice smiling picture of them, are like really great people. And they're really wholesome. And they're one of the most wholesome gaming couples on the site besides Deck Art Games, but we're not going to talk about it. Our boy Deck Art and Amelia, I love them so much. But anyways, I'm not saying this to put these people down. I think just as you move forward in the future, and this is coming from somebody with 2 subscribers, just how you say things and how you react to things really show with your viewers, because they're probably younger viewers who watch it is like, yeah, that game was kind of trash. But the majority of people were like, no, that was on you. And you know, you're very impressionable on the lower viewer audience, even though I felt like even the small kids were like, what you doing, cuz? That's on you. You know? But either way, I will continue to watch the videos. I will continue to, you know, watch everything they do, their Twitter and all that stuff. It's just this video rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't vibe with it. And hopefully when Little Nightmares 2 comes out, they'll be a bit more open and ready to do it, because Matt sounded like he was on the fence of even buying the second one, honestly, you know, or even finishing a demo. But either way, I wish you guys the best. Actually, they're gonna keep doing good. They're doing pretty good right now. So either way, thanks for watching. I just had to make it because I was talking out loud about it, and I was like, you know, I might as well just record this and see how it goes. Excuse the phone in the background, but I'm gonna let you guys go. I thank you guys for listening to my rant. Obviously, I don't have the power to even blow up somebody's Twitter with hate mail. You know, obviously I don't, and I don't want to anyways. But it's criticism. It's not a roast session. It's criticism, and you need to be able to take it and move on. I will too. I'm a guy on the internet with some opinions about two people who are probably millionaires. So either way, thanks for watching, guys. You guys take it easy. Oh, also, this is not usually the type of video that I make. I just don't really have a channel that I talk about this. We have a gaming channel and some other channels, but not a channel like where I can just talk about anything. So this is where I shall do it at. So either way, thanks for watching, guys. Y'all take it easy.